What's up, everybody? Tactical Bearded Dad here, and today we are just gonna do a video showing you breakdown of this. We're gonna break it down, put it back together, and while we're doing that, we're gonna go over a couple questions that I have been asked. So, first and foremost, you always want to make sure there is no magazine, no ammo, anything like that in the firearm. Both my mags are over here and they are empty. So that's going to be the first thing you want to make sure is that you do not have a mag inside of the gun or any ammo. And for all y'all that like to say, oh, double check, here you go. So a couple questions I have been asked is, are they going to make a 5-inch? So at the time being right now, from my understanding, is that is something that will be in the works. But for right now, they are trying to get all of these out to everyone. They are trying to make sure that they are fulfilling all their orders and everything like that before moving into a 5-inch. They want to make sure that everybody's happy with this, everything like that. But it is something that is in the future. They do have plans for a ported barrel. I am pretty sure that's going to be the first thing that comes out of everything aftermarket wise and stuff like that, except for holsters. They do have a couple of companies that they're working with, and they should have holsters out very soon. Now, this does work for several of my 2011 holsters with the X300 or other lights, but you got to remember, this is not a 4.25, it is a 4-inch. So I've had questions about toolless guide rod. This is not a toolless guide rod. It is a one-piece guide rod. Ones like the Atlas one or Dawson one will not work for it as far as I know right now. I know the Atlas one will not work because it is for a 4.25. I think Dawson has one that's for like a 4.15 or something like that, if I remember right. But I don't have one to test out, so I can't tell you. They are working on getting a different grip. It's going to be a more aggressive grip, which is going to be really nice because they're also going to be selling it individually. You're not going to have to buy an entire gun to get it. You'll be able to get just the grip, and that is it. I have had questions about, does it get caught on the sear or disconnector? It does not. It moves very easily. Even if I try to get it to get stuck on it, I cannot get it to get stuck. So it slides very easily. No issues with it or anything like that. It does have a full Picatinny rail, so most lights are going to work. I have tried a couple of them, X300, the TLR7, the Holosun PID, the Mod Light Compact. All of them work. My favorite one is going to be the X300. I like it the most. It just looks best for me. And it's basically what I run on most of all my guns. So that is some of those questions. A question or something that I have been told from Fusion is that they do know that there is a issue with the RMSC optic plate. So if you have an RMSC optic plate and you go to put on your optic and it overhangs, it is not going to work. Do not try to force it on or anything like that, because I'm sure that they will not replace your optic if you try to force it. But if you have an optic and you go to put it on and it overhangs any, reach out to them, let them know they're already working on a fix, and they will get you taken care of. One cool thing that I like about this, and I might have already said about it, but they have a rundown of all the optics that work on the plate. So that's really cool because it's also on the RMR one as well. So let's get down to breaking it down. It is very easy. It is just like pretty much any other 1911 or 2011, but if you're new to this because you've never had a 1911, you've never had a 2011, you've always been a Glock person, SIG person, whatever it is, and you like the idea of being able to use all your Glock mags that you got laying around, so you're like, I'm going to grab one of these. So what you do is you're going to take it, you're going to slide it back just a little bit, and with this one, what you're doing is you're trying to line this up right here that sticks out. You can see it just barely, the shadow. So what you do is you push from the back side. It sticks out just slightly. Pull it out and you're done. That's it. That's how you take your slide off. So now to take the barrel out and such, if you're wanting to clean it, they do send you a little tool to use, but I've always got a bunch of little of these hanging around because of all the 1911s I mess with. You're gonna put it in this little bitty hole, okay? So now you're gonna have it to where, so one thing I want you to notice, because I have noticed with this, there is a ledge that's on the barrel. You can kind of use that to help you get set up, but you got to make sure that you go over that ledge to get it out. So we're going to go over that ledge a little bit. Now it's caught on the reverse plug. You're going to slide it right out and you're good. You're going to take this and you're going to push down your barrel link and slide your barrel straight out, okay? You got to make sure that you slide your barrel link down, because if not, it will not come out. So say that you have your barrel link in position. Well, with them, it does come out. So they have designed theirs a little bit different. So with most 1911s, if you do not slide this down, it will not come out because of the way that it is. But it looks like, because of the way that that reverse plug is, that it is fine and it is sitting back far enough to where it doesn't cause any issue. If you look, you can see it just barely misses it. But easiest way to do it, slide that barrel link down, bring it out, you're good to go. So that's all you got to do to tear it down, because you shouldn't really be pulling your safeties off and everything like that if you do not know what you're doing. When you mess with these, there can be, if you're not really truly understanding of how to do it, you could make it, mess it up, and tear it up. So one thing you do not want to do, I'm going to do it just for this video, but it normally makes me cringe. So you do not want to have it and shoot your gun like that. If you have your hammer down and you need to bring it down, do it like you normally would. Push back on it, pull your trigger, and slowly bring it up. Do not sit there and hit on your trigger with it, okay? I understand if you're trying to play with your trigger or something like that with the sear spring and you know what you're doing, that's a little bit different, but we do not want to just sit here and pull it back and hit it nonstop. So, but this is your ejector right here. You always want to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. It's not wiggling. It's not wanting to come out or anything like that. For me, there's pretty much two oils I use. I either use Goliath Gun Care. He has been extremely nice. He is a one-man show. He literally bottles everything. He puts the labels on everything. He ships everything, all of that. So my man at Goliath, appreciate you. Or I use Gun Butter. So Gun Butter now comes with a lot of stuff, and I love me some Gun Butter. But those are basically the two that I use. So for me, when I'm doing it, I normally will put a little bit here, 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 here. And then I will take my slide and I'll run it down the rails on both of them. And then I will put everything back together. So we're going to put it back together. So you're going to take your barrel, again, just have your link down. You're going to insert it, bring it back up. You're going to take this, make sure you've got everything lined up properly. You want to make sure that you've got everything facing downward. So get it in, have it. Again, you can use that little ledge that's on the barrel if you want to. And then you're going to make sure your barrel link is pushed back. And now you're good to go again. So I normally put a little bit on my barrel link as well. So we're going to slide this back on. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and line that barrel link up with the hole, and you're going to go ahead and put your slide stop in. So you can make that idiot mark very easily if you try to push this in and slide it down. So get it in there, get you into your spot. You're going to line this back up again with it, and then push it through. And that's all you got to do. Make sure you're nice and good. test fire, and you're all set up. That's it. That's all you got to do. So very simple, but people, make sure gun safety, make sure that you're not doing things stupid, make sure that you're following basic gun safety rules. But that's all I've got for you tonight. I will be doing one next that is going to be going over the XP Pro and the Platypus. We're going to have them side by side, and we're going to go from top to bottom, and we're going to rank everything, see which one we like more. But I hope to check y'all out later. I am about to head out, and I hope you have a great night and hope to see you at the range.